大的资产。未来70年，坦桑尼亚预计将成为世界第10大人口大国，成为经济强国。坦桑尼亚正在迅速成为制造和组装业的首选之地。最近，对中坦工业园、卡马卡、Elsbedy、卡某等现有的工业园区进行了大量投资。这些工业园区提供了齐全的基础设施配套，制造商可以不主地设厂，制造生产他们的产品，并通过工业区旁边的铁路线将产品运送到达累斯萨拉姆港，然后发往世界各地。坦桑尼亚是几个优惠贸易协定的一部分，这些协定提供了进入主要市场的机会，其中包括通过 EBA 进入欧洲市场，通过 AGOA 进入美洲市场，以及譬如中国和印度等大型市场，使坦桑尼亚成为最佳投资目的地。凭借这一潜力，预计到2030年，该国经济每年将吸引约300亿美元的投资，几乎是目前的10倍。坦桑尼亚政府在萨米亚苏鲁图哈桑博士的卓越领导下，正在积极努力将国家建设成为一个拥有高技能人才的现代化、快速增长的工业化和中等收入经济体。中国一直是坦桑尼亚转型之旅的一部分，其与坦桑尼亚的历史和经济关系就是明证。目前，中国是坦桑尼亚最大的贸易伙伴之一，双边贸易额超过50亿美元。自1997年以来，中国在坦注册项目超过1236个，总价值超过110亿美元，创造了超过144700个就业岗位，使中国成为坦桑尼亚第1大外国直接投资来源国。来自中国的许多其他投资正在通过与坦桑尼亚海外华人的合作直接进入该领域。我们估计这些项目的总价值超过150亿美元。坦桑尼亚政府赞赏坦桑尼亚人民和中国人民之间的伙伴关系。坦桑尼亚联合共和国总统萨米亚苏鲁图哈桑博士阁下的政府在创造有利的投资环境和商业环境，吸引中国和世界其他地区的投资者方面发挥了重要作用。这种有利的环境吸引了大中型企业，其中包括投资于战略经济领域的高科技和战略公司。其中，蓝宝石福法玻璃坦桑尼亚有限公司是一个特殊的战略项目，采用坦桑尼亚80%以上的原材料生产福法玻璃，在坦桑尼亚蓬勃发展。
Thanks to the Tanzania government, Tanzania President Mama Samia and the TIC government officials give our fully support, so make us quickly building this manufacturer within 1 year. Total value of our project around 311 million US dollar. Now this manufacturer you can see is the biggest and also the first float glass manufacturer in East and Middle Africa country.
柯达坦桑尼亚陶瓷有限公司已建立东非最大的工厂之一，生产瓷砖，满足快速增长的建材市场，并正在享受在坦桑尼亚的投资。
Tanzania is very safe. Socially is very stable. They start produce in 2017. We have some products need to export, such as the export to Kenya and South Africa, Uganda, Rwanda, and outside of Tanzania country.
中坦工业园建立了东非和中非最大的工业园之一，旨在以现成的工业基础设施吸引更多投资者来坦桑尼亚投资。
The industrial park will be accommodating more than 200 big industries. As the infrastructure was more than $327 million, but the investment from the investors together will estimated more than $3 billion.
作为坦桑尼亚第1家婴儿尿布制造商，现已扩大生产肥皂和卫生巾等其他用品。 和产品。有吸引力的投资环境是其成功的一个因素。
Tanzania have very potential growth market here because we have large amount of the people. So I think in the future, maybe the market will grow in the future. So I think it's a very good opportunity for the potential investor to Tanzania.
作为良好投资环境的证明，其他大型投资都在建设阶段。东非商业和物流中心就是其中之一，也是同类项目之一。建成后，有望成为东非。
Thank you. Now let's prepare for the arrival of the VVIP. Ladies and gentlemen, may I request that we set our mobile devices on silence? Just bring down the volume, please. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and please put your hands together. Naomba tusimame na kumkaribisha makamu wa rais wa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania, Mheshimiwa Dr. Philip Mpango. Makofi tafadhali. By the chairperson, Angelina Kaluba. The Chinese ambassador to Tanzania, Her Excellency Chen Mingjian, before welcome remarks from government dignitaries, who will then in sequence welcome you to speech. Mheshimiwa mgeni rasmi, tuanze shughuli yetu hii ambayo imeanza vyema kabisa asubuhi, na ningependa kukuhakikishia kwamba tumefika mapema kabisa. Tumekutana na wenzetu, tumezungumza kibiashara na utaona matokeo yake hapa jukwani. Kikao hiki kimekwenda vizuri hadi wakati huu. Naomba tuanze kwa vile tunajali muda kwa kumkaribisha Dr. Tausi Kida, Permanent Secretary, President's Office, Planning and Investment. Makofi tafadhali. Naomba upite mbele, jiunge na
Dr. Philip Isdori Mpango, the Vice President of the United Republic of Tanzania, distinguished guests, Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. On behalf of the President's Office, Planning and Investment, it is with profound gratitude that I extend our sincere appreciation to you, Your Excellency, for gracing this important forum, namely the China-Tanzania Trade and Investment Promotion Conference, here in the beautiful city of Dar es Salaam. Your presence here underscores the significance of our bilateral relation and mutual commitment to fostering economic cooperation between our two nations, the United Republic of Tanzania and the People's Republic of China. This forum has come at a time our two countries are commemorating 60 years of diplomatic and economic cooperation. During this span of time, our two governments have deepened their economic engagement, including the decision of the government of China to establish the Belt and Road Initiative, known in China as the One Belt, One Road Initiative. This is a global infrastructure development strategy adopted by the Chinese government in 2013 to invest in more than 150 countries, including Tanzania. Currently, China is a leading source of foreign direct investment, FDI, in Tanzania. For example, from January 2021 to December 2023, the Tanzania Investment Center has registered 256 projects worth over $2.4 billion, with the top 5 sectors being manufacturing, commercial building, agriculture, transport, and service. Your Excellency, in addition to the forum today, is taking place in just a year time since the President of United Republic Tanzania, Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, paid a state visit to China, which was both historic and significant to our bilateral relation. One of the major outcomes of that presidential visit was the decision by our two countries to elevate China-Tanzania bilateral relation to a comprehensive strategic cooperative partnership. Therefore, our conference today provides us with a good opportunity to implement the important consensus reached by our leaders to strengthen economic cooperation. Your Excellency Vice President, today's forum has been made possible by the close collaboration between the President's Office, Planning and Investment through the Tanzania Investment Center, TIC, the China Council for Promotion of International Trade, and the Tanzania Private Sector Foundation, TPSF. The forum aims at fostering trade and investment partnership in both of our countries. Among the business people present here include 200 Tanzanian investors, 40 Chinese investors who are already established in Tanzania, and 60 Chinese investors who have arrived from Jinhua province in China and are aspiring to invest and doing business with Tanzania. Your Excellency Vice President, as you will hear from the testimony later, the Jinhua delegation had a chance yesterday to visit Sinotan Industrial Park at Kibaha, Pwani region, which is one of the largest industrial parks in the country. Earlier today, Tanzania and China business community had a chance to exchange business ideas through the arranged B2Bs and B2Gs meetings and listening to the presentation on investment climate here in Tanzania and also in China, but also available opportunities both in Tanzania and China. Later today, you will witness the exchange of 5 MOUs by public and private sector aimed at enhancing partnership in trade and investment. Your Excellency Vice President, allow me now to introduce the distinguished leaders and participants gracing the forum today. First, I would like to start with Honorable Albert Chalamila, the Regional Commissioner of Dar es Salaam and our host. Honorable Professor Kitila Alexander Mkumbo, Minister of State, President's Office, Planning and Investment. Honorable Damas Ndumbaru, Minister of Agriculture, Arts and Sports. Honorable David Silinde, Deputy Minister for Agriculture. Her Excellency Shen Migdan, Ambassador of People's Republic of China in Tanzania. Honorable Mr. Zuberi Temvu, Chairman of CCM Party, Dar es Salaam Region. Honorable Mr. Zhu Chongli, Secretary of CPC, Xinhua Municipal Government. Ms. Angelina Galula, Chairman of Tanzania Private Sector Foundation. Mr. Jenson Huang, Chairman of Chinese Enterprises Association in Tanzania. Dr. Billy Mahenge, Chairman of TIC Board. Dr. Immaculate Semesi, Director General NEP, National Environmental Management Council, representing the Minister of State, Vice President's Office, Union Matters and Environment. Engineer Mohammed Besta, Executive Director, TANROADS, representing the Minister for Works. Your Excellency, Vice President, we also have heads of institutions and foundation present here with us. Mr. Gilead Terry, Executive Director, Tanzania Investment Center. Mr. Charles Itembe, Director General, the Export Processing Zone Authority. Mr. Patrick Mongela, Director General, Cereal and Other Produce Board of Tanzania. Mr. Rafael Maganga, Executive Director, Tanzania Private Sector Foundation. Mr. Leod Gatenga, Executive Director, Confederation of Tanzania Industry, CTI. Municipal Committee. Shenyan, Director General, Foreign Affairs, Office of Municipal People's Government of Juan. Vincent Minja, President TCCIA. Your Excellency, Vice President of United Republic of Tanzania, we also have heads of different government institutions from China present. You can stand up. Heads of government institutions from Tanzania present. Members of private sector delegation from China and Tanzania. In conclusion, I extend my sincere appreciation to you, Your Excellency Dr. Philip Isdori Mpango, the Vice President of United Republic of Tanzania, for accepting to grace this very important forum. My apologies, there was an oversight. Point of correction, Damas Ndumbaru, Minister of Culture, Arts and Sports. Mheshimiwa Makamu wa Rais, naomba kuwasilisha Asante sana. Shishi.
Thank you, Dr. Kida. Asante sana for the formal introductions and the welcome. And now, Your Excellency, the witnessing of the exchange of 5 MOUs. My planning committee, let's begin. The very first, Zhejiang Sifan Group Limited and Initiator Eastern Group Company Limited. Please put your hands together and welcome them to the stage. An exchange of the documents that they were going to display, and that is the photo. Ladies and gentlemen, it is done. Thank you. The second one will be between Jukwaa Chamber of Economics and Trade of Africa and Tanzania Chamber of Commerce. Once again, the gentlemen exchanged MOUs and shake hands, and that is the second MOU this morning. Now the following is Merit Link Tanzania Limited and TPSF. Merit Link Tanzania Private Sector Foundation, the chairperson, and of course the CEO. You're requested to also come up on the stage. Mr. Rafael Maganda and Ms. Angelina Ngalula. Thank you. Your Excellency, for Port Care, TIC did a roadshow earlier this year in China. As a result, the following companies are new entrants into the China-Tanzania Industrial Park in Tanzania. Kwa hiyo matokeo ya ile roadshow ya TIC kule China imezaa biashara hizi ambazo tunaziona. China-Tanzania Industrial Park and 2 enterprises entering the industrial park. The first one is Snow Sea Tanzania Company Limited. Snow Sea is an old and famous brand in China. The first China refrigerator produced by Snow Sea was 44 years ago. Now the first refrigerator and freezer of Tanzania will start production on the Snow Sea China-Tanzania Industrial Park very soon. Welcome to Tanzania. Welcome to the park, Snow Sea, Tanzania. And the second one is Tanzania Eternal Waterproof Material. Now, the company is a new enterprise that has just landed in China-Tanzania Industrial Park, covering an area of 31,800 square meters. $90 million. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for those two coming together with the China-Tanzania Industrial Park. And finally, for the fifth one, CCPIT Jukwaa Committee and the Tanzania Investment Center. Please put your hands together as we come together. William Terry. We did a joint presentation with ZIPA. And now we're ready to do business. Ladies and gentlemen, your hands, please. Thank you. Your Excellency, uzinduzi wa nameplate yanayoitwa Merit Link East Africa Service Center, Tanzania. And so, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the unveiling of the nameplate of Merit Link East Africa Service Center, Tanzania. May the officials please come up onto the stage. And there we are. We have a plaque. prosper, the delegation knows the word pamoja. Their businesses flourish, pamoja, together, right? Super. So I'm going to welcome the chairperson of the Tanzania Private Sector Foundation, and thereafter we will have the entertainment. Please put your hands together. Please, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Angelina Ngalula, karibu.
Naomba tumpigie makofi Mheshimiwa Makamu wa Rais. Tumkaribishe kwa makofi mazito. Asanteni sana. Your Excellency, Dr. Philip Isdoli Mpango, the Vice President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Honorable Professor Kitila Mkumbo, the Minister for State, President Office and Planning, distinguished high-level guests, members of the place, our brothers and sisters from China, karibuni sana Tanzania. Your Excellency, Vice President, on behalf of the Private Sector Foundation, TPSF, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the China-Tanzania Investment Forum 2024 here in Dar es Salaam. Karibu sana kutoka Dodoma, tunakukaribisha kwenye mji wetu mzuri wa Dar es Salaam. Your presence here today, Vice President, signify a commitment to fostering stronger ties between our nation and driving forward the private sector agenda in the country, a commitment that is deeply appreciated. I extend my heartfelt thanks to the business colleagues, captains of the industry from Jinhu province in China. Your journey to Tanzania is a testament to the growing partnership that aim to enhance economic, trade, cultural, and skill exchange between our two countries. Our appreciations also goes to the organizers of this forum. Specifically, our appreciations goes to the Ministry for Planning and Investment under the able guidance of Professor Kitila Mkumbo, the Minister for President Office, Planning, Investment, and Planning. I also acknowledge the efforts and the coordination made by our sister, our own, the Permanent Secretary in the President Office, Planning and Investment, Dr. Kida. And to our partner, TCCIA, CTI, the Chinese Enterprise Association in Tanzania, and CCPIT, and the China Council for Promotion of International Trade, who are our hosts for this event today. Thank you very much for making it happen. Your Excellency Vice President, under the leadership of the President Samia Suluhu Hassan, Tanzania has made significant strides in improving the investment climate. Whatever we see today is the results of the effort that have been made by the sixth phase government in creating conducive business environment that is now attracting investors from both in-country and outside Tanzania. Your Excellency, Vice President, these efforts have culminated in tangible achievements, including the attraction of over 11 billion in the project led by Chinese investments, creating more than 114,000 jobs. This progress is a reflective of Tanzania's improvement business environment over the last 3 years, underpinned by the pro-business government policies. Your Excellency Vice President, the bilateral trade volume between our countries has impressively reached over 8 billion in 2022, with China being the Tanzania largest trading partner for 8 consecutive years. Naomba tuwapigie makofi ndugu zetu wa China. For the past 8 years, they have been in the top. This is a very great achievement. Your Excellency, Vice President, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Tanzania presents unique advantage and holds significant development potential, reinforced by our long-standing friendship with China. This relationship has been instrumental in advancing economic and trade cooperation, opening new avenues for mutual growth. Our commitment to economic diversification, industrialization, and enhancing human resource is geared towards realizing the aspiration of Vision 2025. I invite you, our brothers and sisters from China, to explore Tanzania potential in sectors like agri-processing, industrial parks, coffee, processing tea, and in blue economy. As you heard this morning from the presentation from Zanzibar, Zanzibar is focusing on blue economy. So there is a great potential on the blue economy and other sectors. We are keen to welcome more Chinese businesses to invest in Tanzania, assuring a conducive business environment that safeguards investment and promises profitability. We thank you again for choosing Tanzania as your partner, and we wish you all a productive and unforgettable experience during your stay. Asanteni sana.
Thank you once again for your very, very warm welcome and great insight into the business environment here in Tanzania and with our colleagues and partners from China. And now, are you ready for Mrisho Mpoto, ladies and gentlemen? Tanzania's finest poet. I know China is rich culturally, and we wish to present to you this particular gentleman. Mrisho, upo tayari kakangu? Makofi mabibi na bwana. Let's put our hands together for Mrisho Mpoto. Karibu kiongozi.
Asante mama, TIC, nimeheshimisha Tanzania. Asante mama, TIC, nimeheshimisha Tanzania. Asante mama, TIC, nimeheshimisha nchi. Asante mama, TIC, nimeheshimisha Tanzania. Leo imefunguka, asante. Leo imefunguka, asante. Leo imefunguka, asante. Imefunguka, asante.
That day before I was born, all the countries were given names, including this country, Tanzania country. The people of Tanzania were very kind. They never knew the world knew. The kindness was known in other distant lands. Some people coming in and some people going out. Or to show all these to show their kindness. Nchi imefunguka. Asante mama. Asante Ofisi ya Rais, Mipango na Uwekezaji kwa kazi mlioifanya. Naomba tupige makofi mengi sana. Mheshimiwa Waziri Kitira Mkumbo, naomba uniombee kwa makamu wa rais. Atufike Mheshimiwa Rais. Mwambie tunamwambia asante. Tunamwambia asante kwa kufungua nchi, kwa kutuletea wawekezaji. Leo tunashuhudia makampuni kwenye forum hii. Makampuni zaidi ya 100 yako kwenye forum hii. Haya sio maneno, haya ndiyo vitendo. Naomba tuongeze makofi mengi kwa Mheshimiwa Rais. Karibuni sana ndugu. Tanzania ni nyumbani kwenu na sisi pia. China ni nyumbani kwetu kwa sababu ya historia. Historia hii zaidi ya miaka 60 leo. Leo tunatimiza miaka 60 katika historia yetu ya Tanzania, ambapo tunakwenda kushuhudia jambo kubwa la kihistoria la ndugu zetu wawekezaji. Nataka niwaambie ndugu zangu wa Tanzania, hii ni fursa. Ndugu zetu wa Uchina ndio wanaongoza katika uwekezaji katika nchi yetu. Wamewekeza mtaji wa zaidi ya dola za Kimarekani bilioni 1. Naomba tuwapigie makofi sana mengi. Mheshimiwa Waziri, waambie wageni tunapowaimbia, tunapocheza utamaduni wa Kiafrika, utamaduni wa Kitanzania, ni kwamba tunawakaribisha na tunawaambia karibuni sana, kwa sababu Mheshimiwa Rais ametufungulia nchi. Watanzania, tutumie fursa hii, tutumie nafasi hii. Asante mama.
Leo nchi imefunguka.
Makofi, makofi.
Asante mama, TIC.
Asante TIC. Asante Waziri wa Nchi, Ofisi ya Rais,
Asante mama,
Mipango na Uwekezaji. Tuko tayari. Tuko tayari. TIC imeheshimisha nchi.
Asante mama, TIC imeheshimisha Tanzania. Leo nchi imefunguka. Asante. Imefunguka. Asante.
Sioni makofi.
Imefunguka. Asante. Imefunguka. Asante. Imefunguka. Asante. Imefunguka. Asante.
What a beautiful song. Tanzania is ready to do business. Safi kabisa. Thank you very much, Mrisho. And now we may proceed. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen and delegates, it's my great honor to welcome remarks by Mr. Chu Chongli, Secretary of CPC Jinhua Municipal Committee. Please put your hands together as we welcome him to the speech. Karibu-san.
丁尼里斯马汉杰董事主席，女士们、先生们、朋友们，大家上午好！很高兴来到美丽的滨海之城达莱斯萨拉姆，与坦桑尼亚朋友欢聚一堂，共同举办中台投资论坛暨中国金华坦桑尼亚贸易投资推介会。首先，我谨代表中共金华市委、金华市人民政府，向菲利普·姆潘戈副总统阁下、向中国驻坦桑尼亚大使馆和坦桑尼亚计划与投资部、工业与贸易部、文化和体育部、农业部、达莱斯萨拉姆省、滨海省投资中心、桑吉巴尔投资促进局、中资企业协会、私营企业协会、工业与农业商会、工业联合会等有关方面的精心安排，热情接待，表示衷心的感谢。向各位与会嘉宾、企业家和媒体朋友表示热烈的欢迎，也非常的感谢刚才艺术家的精彩演出，谢谢大家。众所周知，中坦两国传统友好，特别是2013年，中国国家主席习近平在担任国家主席后，首次出访就来到了非洲，首站到了坦桑尼亚。 在访问坦桑尼亚期间，提出了真实倾诚的对非政策理念，强调中非从来都是命运共同体。2022年，坦桑尼亚哈桑总统成功访华，是中共20大后中方接待的首位非洲国家元首。这样的高峰安排，充分体现了中坦关系的密切程度和中非关系在中国外交全局中的重要地位。在两国元首引领下，中坦关系已提升为全面战略合作伙伴关系。今年是中非合作大年，也是中坦建交60周年。下半年将召开中非合作论坛新一届会议。我们举办本次贸易投资推介会，就是要以实际行动落实两国元首达成的重要共识，为推动贡献力量。中国有句古话：“相知无远近，万里尚为邻。”金华和坦桑尼亚相距万里，两地人民始终亲如兄弟，交流交往密切，合作成果丰硕。刚才我们一同观看了金华专题片，我的同事们向大家介绍了金华有关情况，相信大家对金华有了更深的了解。在共建“一带一路”引领下，2023年金华对非进出口总额已突破1000亿，达到1168.5亿人民币，占中国对非经贸额的5.9%。中非经贸和文化论坛成为陆非合作的标志性项目。目前有超过5000名非洲朋友在金华开展经贸活动。浙江师范大学等在金华高校累计为非洲国家培养了1万余名各类人才。浙江师范大学非洲研究院是中国领先的对非研究机构和智库。坦桑尼亚是近年来非洲发展最快、环境最好的经济体之一。2023年，金华和坦桑尼亚的经贸额达到62.45亿人民币，占中国与坦桑尼亚经贸额的10%。合作范围覆盖塑料制品、纺织服装、基建与五金工具、铜材理财、水海产品等多个领域。双方合作基础好，潜力巨大，未来可期。本月初，中非智库论坛第13届会议在达赖斯萨拉姆举行，在论坛上发布了中非达拉斯萨拉姆共识，呼吁国际社会本着相互尊重、团结合作、开放共赢、共同繁荣原则，深化发展合作，推动各国携手走向现代化，共作人类命运共同体。我们诚挚期盼以此为契机，与坦方一道，秉持习近平主席创造的真实倾诚理念和正确义利观，落实哈桑总统关于将坦中关系提升到新的高度，打造成为新时代非中关系的典范的意见，积极落实全球发展倡议、全球安全倡议、全球文明倡议，进一步加强合作交流，实现互利共赢。我们期盼双方共同拓展产业合作新空间。金华是百工之乡、市场大市，义乌小商品市场、永康中国科技五金城、东阳中国木雕城等享誉海内外，拥有纺织服装、现代五金、新光电、新能源汽车及零部件、生物医药等超100亿集群18个。本次金华企业家代表一同参加访问和推荐活动，阵容强大，代表性很足。刚才两国企业家做了很富有成效的对接活动。坦桑尼亚正处于加快工业化和产能发展的重要阶段，发展势头良好。昨天我们实地考察了中坦国家工艺园，对深化合作充满信心。我们也愿意与坦桑尼亚各方加强沟通交流，继续发挥各自优势，在现代农业、纺织、装备制造、农业化工等重点领域深化务实合作， 我们期盼双方共同激活旅游对接新动能。金华自然资源优越，山川秀丽奇绝，金华双廊洞、横店影视城等蜚声海内外。坦桑尼亚是非洲旅游胜地，拥有非洲大陆最高的山、最深的湖、最大的内陆水系、最大的野生动物保护区。我们要发挥各自的生态资源优势，推动双向观光交流，护送客源，让更多金华游客读懂坦桑尼亚，品味坦桑尼亚，让更多坦桑尼亚游客来到金华，爱上金华。我们期盼双方共同打开贸易往来新局面。金华是一带一路的重要基点城市，生产服务型、商贸服务型国家物流枢纽。坦桑尼亚是海上丝绸之路的重要基点，一带一路倡议落地非洲的桥头堡之一。让我们充分发挥各自的区位交通优势，持续扩大优质商品、原材料的贸易规模，更好满足两地消费生产需求。我们愿意积极扩大从坦桑尼亚进口，有效探索异货贸易等新途径、新方式。我们期盼双方共同打造人文交流新明天。我们与达赖斯萨拉姆大学合作创办了孔子学院，进一步加强了双方沟通交流的桥梁。让我们依托中非经贸和文化论坛、中非智库论坛和达赖斯萨拉姆大学孔子交流合作，促进两地民心相通、民意相融。我们真诚希望坦桑尼亚方面为金华这一摊开展合作提供更多的便利和支持，也真正邀请菲利姆潘科副总统阁下、各位部长、省长和坦桑尼亚的新老朋来金华考察参观，深化合作，参加中非经贸和文化论坛系列活动。我们相信，只要大家携手并肩、务实有为，一定能够不断续写合作共赢的崭新篇章。最后，祝本次中国金华坦桑尼亚贸易投资推介活动取得圆满成功。阿萨坦伊莎娜。
Thank you for the message. It's now my great pleasure, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to welcome Her Excellency, the Chinese Ambassador to Tanzania, for her speech. Please, a rousing round of applause to Her Excellency Chen Mingjian. Karibu sana.
Your Excellency, Dr. the Vice President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Honorable Ministers of Tanzania Government, Honorable Regional Commissioner of Dar es Salaam Region, Honorable Deputy Minister, PS, Mr. Zhu Tongye, Secretary of Jinhua Committee of Communist Party of China, officers and entrepreneurs from both China and Tanzania. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Habari za asubuhi. Maybe good afternoon. I didn't notice the time. It is delighted that China-Tanzania Investment Forum and China-Jinhua-Tanzania Trade and Investment Promotion Conference is held today. We are honored to have Your Excellency Dr. Philip Mpango, the Vice President of the United Republic of Tanzania, and honorable ministers and RCs, Deputy Minister, PS, and the officers, guests from China, together with us. On behalf of the Embassy of China in Tanzania, we express our gratitude to the organizers of the forum, the Tanzania Investment Center, and the government of Jukwaa for your diligent efforts in hosting this forum. We also thank Chinese Entrepreneurs Association in Tanzania, Tanzanian Private Sector Foundation for your staunch support of this event. We welcome all the business leaders, government officials, and media representatives in attendance. Tanzania fastest growing economies in Africa, I think maybe even in the world. Since Her Excellency the President, Dr. Samir providing the continuous supply of electricity to the entire country. This injects sustained growth momentum into Tanzania economy, and we extend our heartfelt congratulations to the government and the people of Tanzania. The positive trend in Tanzania in recent years are evident to all. We sincerely appreciate the steadfast determination and proactive measure of Tanzanian government in attracting investment and promoting economic development. And we are confident in Tanzania's future in development prosperity. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, China and Tanzania are close friends. We are not just close friends, we are brothers and sisters. This year marks the 60th anniversary of the establishment of our diplomatic ties. Since the establishment of our diplomatic relations, the political mutual trust between China and Tanzania has Chinese enterprises such as Maweni, Limestone, Agritech, and Johari Rotana Hotel, where we are in now, have invested over 100 million US dollars in each of the projects. The Sino-Tan Industrial Park and East African Commercial and Logistics Center have attracted a large number of investment to Tanzania. Chinese produced steel, cement, ceramics, glass, and cables, of course locally, have supported Tanzania's modernization construction, while products like sunflower seed oil, laundry detergent, soap, and diapers have entered millions of Tanzanian homes. Chinese enterprises see Tanzania as a promising land of wealth creation. They commit to mutual development. Enterprises have created 150,000 job opportunities in Tanzania, treating Tanzania as an important production base. Their products are exported to many African, generating a significant amount of foreign exchange income for Tanzania. We are pleased to see that Chinese investment is deeply integrated with the Tanzania economy and society, breathing the same air and sharing the same destiny as Tanzania people. Ladies and gentlemen, Tanzania holds a special and important position in Sino-African friendship. As my president noted before, that China-Tanzania relation takes the lead in China-African relation. The traditional friendship between China and Tanzania was established by Chairman Mao Zedong, Premier Zhou Enlai, and President Julius Nyerere, the first generation leader of our two countries. Since the construction of Tazara Railway in 1970s, the friendship between China and Tanzania has withstood the test of time and challenges, remaining unbreakable and enduring. In November 2022, Her Excellency the President, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, successfully visited China, who was the first head of state in Africa, visited China after the 20th National Congress of CPC. During the meeting, Chinese President Xi Jinping and President Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan jointly announced the elevation of China-Tanzania bilateral relations to the comprehensive strategic cooperative partnership and reached important consensus on enhancing economic and trade cooperation and deepening high-quality joint construction of Belt and Road Initiative. And last year, that is 2023, President Xi Jinping met with President Samir Suluhu Hassan again during BRICS Summit in Johannesburg. This year, China's exchange with Her Excellency the President and His Excellency the Prime Minister. Guided by the leadership of the two heads of state, we are confident of the vibrant China-Tanzania relationship. Bilateral economic and trade cooperation will continue to yield fruitful results, and the friendship will continue to write a new chapter in our both history. So let's do it pamoja. Thank you very much. Asanteni sana.
Our hands once again to Her Excellency, the Ambassador, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your fantastic speech that also brings us back, takes us back into history and the present fantastic operation that we continue with. Mheshimiwa mgeni rasmi, naomba nimkaribishe sasa Mheshimiwa Mkuu wa Mkoa wa Dar es Salaam. Tupo katika eneo lako ambalo ni vibrant kibiashara. Naomba nikukaribishe jukwani tafadhali kwa neno na ukaribishe na mkoa wangu kwa wageni wetu. Ladies and gentlemen, the Regional Commissioner of Dar es Salaam.
Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. Asante sana. Mheshimiwa Makamu wa Rais wa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. Kwanza tunayo furaha kukaribisha Dar es Salaam. Na tumefurahia sana forum hii ambayo inatuweka pamoja kati ya serikali ya Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania na China. Mezani kwangu nimeona kulikuwa kuna zile za kutafsiri ambazo pengine ningelipenda kwa wale ambao hawafahamu pia Kiswahili basi wavae ili waweze kupata ujumbe na utaka kuusema. Jambo la kwanza, Mheshimiwa Makamu wa Rais, Dar es Salaam tuna fursa nyingi za uwekezaji. Labda tu kidogo niweze kueleza kwamba kwa sasa tuna population ya watu wasiopungua milioni 5.3 kwa mujibu wa sensa iliyopita ya mwaka jana. Na kwa mantiki hiyo sasa hivi tutakuwa na watu wengi zaidi. Sasa katika hiyo population yafuatayo yamekuwa kama challenge ambayo tukibadili challenge inaweza kuwa opportunity ya uwekezaji. La kwanza, tuna opportunity kubwa sana katika eneo la ujenzi upya wa makazi ya watu. Ili eneo ukitoka kwa mfano airport, kulia na kushoto kuna Vingunguti, kuna Kiwalani, maeneo yote yale tumeshaanza kufanya mazungumzo na wawekezaji, big companies, ili tuweze kuona umuhimu wa kuzibomoa nyumba za wakazi zilizopo sasa na kujenga upya kwa flats kwenda juu. Kwa kufanya hivyo tutakuwa tumefanikiwa kufanya yafuatayo. La kwanza, tutakuwa kama tumesolve
kwa namna kubwa sana mafuriko ambayo yamekuwa yakisumbua hapa mjini, ambayo mengi kutokana na makazi holela ya watu. Lakini jambo la pili, Dar es Salaam kwa sababu inakuwa na ina population kubwa, tuna eneo kubwa sana pia la namna tunavyoweza kutumia takataka kuwa kama fursa kwenye uwekezaji, kwamba how to change waste into money, into crude oil, into fertilizer, into employment na vitu vingine vya namna hiyo. Dar es Salaam tunazalisha takataka nyingi sana, na nimshukuru sana wenzetu pia kutoka China. Tuna baadhi ya Wachina ambao wamekushawekeza katika viwanda vidogo vinavyochakata takataka kuwa products zinazotengeneza nguo, viatu, jezi na vitu vingine vya namna hiyo. Ukienda pale Mwenge kwa sasa kuna kiwanda ambacho wanachakata haya maji, hizi chupa za maji, na wanasafirisha kwenda China kutengeneza jezi na kutengeneza hata raba zile za Adidas. Sasa hili pia ni eneo kubwa ambalo tungeomba sana pia wenzetu wa uwekezaji ambao wako hapa kutumia fursa hii ya takataka katika mji wa Dar es Salaam ili kuweza kuingia pia kwenye maendeleo makubwa katika eneo hili ambalo takataka tunaibadilisha kwenda kuwa fursa. Lakini jambo la tatu, Mheshimiwa Makamu wa Rais, Dar es Salaam na maeneo mengineyo kama Zanzibar tuna uchumi wa bahari ambayo ni blue economy. Nadhani mengi wamedigest. Lakini sisi pia, Mheshimiwa Makamu wa Rais, kwanza nishukuru sana Mheshimiwa Rais kwa kuendelea kutuona warakazi wa mkoa wa Dar es Salaam na kutujengea miundombinu ya barabara na hasa pia kwenye njia za mabasi yaendayo kwa kasi. Kitu kilichobaki kwa sasa, Dar es Salaam inaanzia ukanda wa Pemba Mnazi kule Kigamboni, inakwenda mpaka upande wa Bunju kule Kinondoni. Eneo lote la ukanda wa bahari hatuna meli ndogo zinazoweza kusaidia kutumika kama daladala kusomba wakazi na kupunguza trafiki kubwa katika mji wetu wa Dar es Salaam. Hili nalo ni eneo muhimu sana, na hasa hapa kuweka vitu kama cruise ships, kuweka floating hotels kwenye maji, na hasa pia kuweka meli ndogo ambazo zinaweza kusaidia kusomba watu ama kupakiza watu na kupunguza msongamano mkubwa hapa mjini. Na eneo la mwisho, Mheshimiwa Makamu wa Rais, Dar es Salaam tumeidentify baadhi ya barabara ambazo tunaweza kujenga kwa ubia kati ya serikali ya Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania na makampuni makubwa, na barabara hizi zikatumika, watu wakawa wanalipa fedha, halafu mwisho wa siku mbia anapata yake na sisi serikali tunapata chetu. Inakuwa ni win-win situation. Kwa mfano, leo tuna hii barabara inayokwenda Masaki ambayo inapita kwenye daraja hili la Tanzanite. Daraja la Tanzanite, kuna wakati fulani unakuta watu wamegonga zile kingo za daraja, na kuna wakati fulani walishatumbukia mpaka kule chini. Sasa TANROADS peke yake inaweza siwe na fedha za kuservice ile barabara, na hasa itakapoharibika. Lakini pia kipato cha watu wanaokaa njia za Masaki, Oysterbay ni kipato kikubwa au kipato cha kati ukilinganisha na watu wanaokaa maeneo mengineyo. Sasa miundombinu kama ile bado ingeweza pia kujengwa, au tukipata eneo jingine kujengwa na wabia, na tukaingia kwenye makubaliano kati ya serikali yetu na wabia watakaojenga. Service ya barabara inahitajika, lakini zaidi pia na sisi tunakuwa tunapata. Lakini eneo la mwisho kabisa, Mheshimiwa Makamu wa Rais, Dar es Salaam ni market ya almost bidhaa zote za kilimo zinazotoka kwenye mikoa mingine ya Tanzania bara na pengine hata visiwani. Ukija maeneo mengi unakuta nyanya zimekuja, carrot zimekuja, perishable goods all zimekuja hapa kwa ajili ya kumeet demand ya watu wa mkoa wa Dar es Salaam. Sasa kinachokuja kutokea, bidhaa zile wakati fulani zisiponunulika kwa haraka zinaharibika. Na zitakapoharibika zinatupwa kama uchafu. Zikitupwa kama uchafu zinaweza zikasababisha magonjwa mlipuko kama kipindupindu na kadhalika. Sasa eneo muhimu nalotaka pia kulisisitiza la uwekezaji ni uwekezaji wa viwanda vidogo na vikubwa vya uchakataji wa mazao ya kilimo. Kwa mfano, Dar es Salaam badala ya kununua tangawizi kama tunda bichi, sasa tunaliprocess. Nyanya kama tunda bichi, sasa tuna process. Kitunguu kama tunda bichi, sasa tuna process. Sasa tukisha process namna ile, maana yake unaweza kukaa na hilo zao kwa muda wowote hata bila kuharibika, na mwisho tukapandisha hadhi ya mapato ya wakazi wa mkoa wa Dar es Salaam kwa kusaidiana na uwekezaji kutoka China na hapa kwetu Dar es Salaam. Baada ya kusema haya, nawashukuru sana. Karibuni sana.
Regional Commissioner welcomes you into Dar es Salaam. I believe you've heard the 4 key areas that he's talking about, and the opportunities are found here in Dar es Salaam as well. So welcome back once again after your visit here. Let's move on with our remarks. Very briefly, the Deputy Minister of Agriculture, Mr. David Silinde. Please, ladies and gentlemen, your hands to the Deputy Minister.
Mheshimiwa Rais wa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania, Waziri Mpango, Mheshimiwa mawaziri wenzangu, Mheshimiwa mkuu wa mkoa, Mheshimiwa balozi wa China, naomba nitambue viongozi wote ambao wamehudhuria katika shughuli hii. Cha kwanza nimpongeze Waziri wa Nchi, Ofisi ya Rais, Mipango na Uwekezaji, pamoja na waandalizi wote wa kuandaa hii forum. Kwa kweli tumeandaa forum nzuri. It's a very wonderful forum. Hongereni sana. Jambo la pili, Mheshimiwa Makamu wa Rais, sisi kwa kutumia wataalamu wetu wa wizara tumeshiriki katika hii forum hii na tumejifunza mambo mengi, hususani katika masuala ya uwekezaji katika mazao ya kilimo na teknolojia. Kwa hiyo wizara ya kilimo kwa kweli tumekuwa kubwa sana kwa hii forum. Mheshimiwa Makamu wa Rais, la mwisho kwa sababu nimetoka kusalimia kwa muda mfupi, niwashukuru sana wawekezaji kutoka China ambao wanaendelea kuwekeza hapa nchini. Lakini nitumie fursa hii kualika wawekezaji wengi zaidi kutoka China kuja kuwekeza katika maeneo moja, agro processing industries. Hilo ni muhimu sana kuja kuwekeza, kwa sababu moja ya goal tulionayo sisi kama wizara ni kuhakikisha tunaanza kupeleka nje, export finished products, kuliko tunavyofanya sasa kwa kupeleka malighafi nje ya nchi. Lakini la pili, tunahitaji uwekezaji mkubwa katika eneo la mbolea. Hili ndio hitaji kubwa kwa wakulima wetu nchini. Kwa hiyo investors wote from China, businessmen from China, we welcome you to come and invest in Tanzania. What I can assure you ni government full support katika investment yote ambayo tunaifanya. Kwa hiyo karibuni sana Tanzania, na we are here and ready to support you. Asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki.
Another lucrative area to invest in, agriculture within Tanzania. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we now approach the guest of honor speech. But the honor of welcoming the guest, the chief guest, will be by Honorable Professor Kitila Mkumbo, Member of Parliament and Minister of State, President's Office, Planning and Investment, whom I'm welcoming now for welcome remarks. Thereafter, Your Honor, please remain on stage after your speech, as we have a photo session on stage, and there's also a gift ceremony. So, in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Professor Kitila Mkumbo. Karibu sana.
Excellency Dr. Philip Isdori Mpango, the Vice President of the United Republic of Tanzania. Honorable Dr. Thomas Ndubaro, the Minister of Culture, Arts and Sports. Honorable Albert Chalamila, the Regional Commissioner for Dar es Salaam, David Selinde, the Deputy Minister for Agriculture, Dr. Taus Kida, the Permanent Secretary, Your Excellency Zhu, the Secretary of CPC, Junhui Municipal Committee, Honorable Angelina Galula, the Chairperson of the TPSF, and the other private sector leaders who are attending this meeting, Your Excellency Chen, the Chinese Ambassador to Tanzania. Let me also recognize our friends from Tanzania who are attending this forum, especially our guests, and of course our friends from here in Dar es Salaam and in Tanzania. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Your Excellency the Vice President, let me begin by sincerely and honorably thanking Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan for accepting our invitation to officiate at the closing session of this forum, and to thank you for accepting and of course agreeing. I know that you could have not refused a request for you to come to this forum. Your presence here signifies the importance your government attaches to investment generally, but to the Chinese-Tanzanian relationship in particular. So thank you very much for being here. You have elevated the importance of this forum very significantly. And I believe that your presence here signifies to our friends from China how much we value their investment in Tanzania. Let me also thank very much sincerely and very particularly our friend Mr. Johnson, the chairman of Chinese Enterprise Association. Johnson has not just been an investor, Your Excellency. He is actually our investment promoter, because he has invested here hugely in that industrial park in Sinotan, but he has gone miles and miles to ensure that he invites and attracts friends from China to come and invest in that particular industrial park. And yesterday when I was discussing with him, I told him that, I was joking to him, but don't be selfish. When these guys come here, show them other opportunities other than the Sinotan Industrial Park. So, Johnson, thank you very much. And I want to thank Angelina and the TPSF for being very supportive, even with very short notes. We are working with them very closely, and you are giving the face of the private sector. Because one of the biggest agenda of our Excellency Dr. Samia is to ensure that our private sector grows. And we are seeing that private sector growing, and that is because of your very big support. But Your Excellency, allow me also to very sincerely thank and congratulate our Tanzania Investment Center. It is doing a very good job. We are seeing a lot of investors coming to this country, obviously because of our very good policies of our Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, but also because of a very good coordination work that is being done by our Tanzania Investment Center. I think this is very important. Your Excellency, we wish to note that this is the second such a forum. The first one was held in September 2023. Again, Johnson and TIC and the TPSF brought here around almost 100 Chinese investors. And some of them, as we have seen here, have already invested in Sinotan Industrial Park and other areas. Your Excellency, because of your very good policies, your very good support, we have been able to attract investors in this country. And the recent studies show that there are about 10 very important factors to attract investors. And for us, I think we tick in almost all factors, and I want to mention only a few. The first factor that they are talking about is political stability and security, and in this region, I don't think there is any other country in the African region which can beat us on that particular factor. We are evidently the most politically stable and secure country, and we thank our leaders for that particular factor. The second one is legal and regulatory environment, and we're doing all efforts under your guidance to ensure that we continue improving the legal environment for supporting the investment in this country. Third one is the large domestic market size, and I can assure our friends from China that our domestic market is still very much unoccupied. We still have a lot of products that we are importing from abroad, which we should be producing here, including edible oil, sugar, and many others. So the market size is reliable, plenty available. In addition to that, as the promotion video shows, we are connected to a number of landlocked countries. So you won't only be accessing the Tanzanian market, you will also be accessing the regional markets around 8+ countries. And of course, many other factors. We are also talking about microeconomic stability, and you know that our economy has been growing handsomely for the last 20+ years, and many other factors. Let me end, Your Excellency, by saying that China 50 years ago, and China always goes to where other superpowers are unable to go. Because 50 years ago, when we had a problem of railway, and where almost all super nations refused to support us to build our railway, and at a time when China was not even as rich as it is today, they accepted to build our very important biggest railway, the Tanzanian railway. So thank you. And today, where our president and our country has decided to deepen the manufacturing sector, the industrialization agenda, we are seeing once again that it is China which is coming us to support our industrialization agenda. So, Your Excellency, Ambassador, thank you very much. And Your Excellency, my dealing with China is that we interact with several investors from all over the world. The difference with China, Chinese investors are two. Number one, we don't talk too much. We meet, we discuss, and tomorrow things start happening. While with other countries, which is not, we're not blaming them, that is their culture, but I'm just saying the culture of Chinese people. While in other countries, we will sit in the boardrooms, sign papers, and things start happening much later. Maybe 10 years later, you have had 2, 3, 4 ministers in the same portfolio. But here actually, even with my only less than a year, I have already seen a number of Chinese investors actualizing their investments. The second factor, which is very different from other investments, the Chinese investors, Your Excellency, are resilient. We are not saying that we don't have challenges. We have a lot of challenges when it comes to investment, and we are trying our best to address them. But what is good with Chinese investors is that they are actually resilient. They show a very high level of resilience. I met an investor in Jukwaa who has been going around for 7 years. Lakini hakukata tamaa. Just now that we are able now to realize her investment around Chirwa. She's putting up a very nice cassava grinding facility there. Kwa hivyo ile uvumilivu wa wawekezaji kutoka China is something that is really very admirable. With those remarks, let me end my welcoming remarks by once again thanking you, Your Excellency, for being with us here, for giving this forum a very big honor. And with those remarks, ladies and gentlemen, please join me now in welcoming His Excellency, the Vice President, to address this forum. Karibu sana Mheshimiwa sana.
Honorable Professor Kitila Mkumbo, Member of Parliament, Minister of State, President's Office, Foreign and Investment, Honorable Ministers and Deputy Ministers present, Her Excellency Chen Ming-Tian, Ambassador of the People's Republic of China here in Tanzania, Honorable Albert Chalamila, Dar es Salaam Regional Commissioner, Permanent Secretaries, Comrade Zhu Chonglai, Secretary of CPC, Jinhua Municipal Committee, Comrade Abbas Mtemvu, CCM Chairman, Dar es Salaam Region, government institutions from China and Tanzania, captains of industry, representatives of the private sector, both from China and Tanzania, distinguished delegates, members of the media fraternity, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great pleasure for me to join you in this important investment forum. Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, wish to personally officiate this closing ceremony, but could not be here due to other equally important influences in Dodoma. Thus, I'm privileged and honored to represent her. And on her behalf, I warmly welcome you to Tanzania, the cradle of mankind. This forum provides a platform to share opportunities available in our two countries and look into ways of promoting partnerships, investment, and trade. And I would like to sincerely express our profound gratitude to the China Council for Promotion of International Trade and the Tanzania Investment Center, TIC, as well as the Tanzania Private Sector Foundation, TPSF, for organizing this important event. But also very special thanks to Her Excellency Chen, the Ambassador of China in Tanzania, for championing Chinese investments here in Tanzania and for making this forum possible. Distinguished participants, I'm very happy to see this impressive attendance of approximately 200 Tanzanian companies, 40 local Chinese companies, and 60 companies from Jinhua, Zhejiang province. This is indeed a clear evidence of the primary importance of this meeting and the readiness of both Tanzania and China to scale up trade and investment and showcase opportunities awaiting to be exploited. I have been informed that through this forum, you were able to exchange information and engage in dialogue as well as B2B matchmaking. The discussions, I'm told, focused on policy reforms and regulatory frameworks that can improve business environment and attract more foreign direct investments, especially from China. The government is convinced that by addressing these issues and investor concerns in a frank and transparent manner will help deepen economic ties, catalyze sustainable development, and open up mutually beneficial opportunities for both Tanzania and China. Distinguished participants, the People's Republic $92 billion in 2019 to $221 million in 2021. And we heard already that in the period from January 2021 to December 2023, 256 Chinese projects were registered by TIC, and they were worth $2.4 billion and estimated to generate 29,122 jobs. And cumulatively, around $11.4 billion worth of Chinese foreign direct investments were destined to Tanzania over the period 1997 to early 2024, and creating 14,759 job opportunities. The top 5 recipient sectors of FDIs from China were manufacturing, commercial buildings, agriculture, transportation, and services. The leading Chinese projects included the China-Tanzania Industrial Park Limited, Tanzania Ceramics Company Limited, which invests in the manufacturing of float glass, King Lion Investments Limited, which manufactures steel roofing sheets and related products. There is also Goodwill Tanzania Ceramic Company, which manufactures tiles. There is the EACLC Limited, which is a shopping mall. And with regard to trade, China accounted for about 20% of Tanzania's total merchandise trade last year and supplied more than a quarter of Tanzania's imports. On tourism, Tanzania received 44,000 Chinese visitors last year, 2023, having tripled from only $13,974. Growing foreign direct investment and trade indicate that Tanzania is a rewarding investment destination of choice for Chinese investors. And this is attributed to several key factors. And I'm happy that the Minister for Planning and Investment already mentioned some, but they include the very friendly, over half of a century old bilateral relations between the People's Republic of China and Tanzania, as well as strong macroeconomic management in our country. Over the past 2 decades, from 2000 to 2019, real GDP growth averaged 6.6%. And despite the devastating effects of the pandemic, Tanzania has been able to maintain the low middle income country status until now. The post-COVID-19 recovery has been quite promising, with real GDP growth rate picking up from 4.8% in 2020 to 5.5% in 2023, and is projected to be above 6% for the period 2024 to 2027. International credit rating agencies have also given Tanzania a very good score. For example, in November of 2022, Moody's awarded Tanzania the B2 score with a positive outlook. In December of 2023, Fitch awarded Tanzania a B+. And more recently, on March 22nd this year, Moody's upgraded Tanzania's score to B1 with a stable outlook. And I think these ratings are largely a reflection of Tanzania's strong economic performance record, notwithstanding the strong global headwinds experienced post the COVID-19 pandemic. Distinguished participants, other factors that helped to attract FDIs to Tanzania include sustained peace and tranquility since our independence in 1961, zealous implementation of policy, legal and regulatory reforms to improve the business environment, strategic geographical location, which makes Tanzania a natural regional business hub, a sizable domestic market of 64 million people, and a regional market of around 1.4 billion people under the East African Community, the Southern Africa Development Community (SADC), and the Africa Continental Free Trade Area. Tanzania also enjoys duty-free and quota-free access to the US market through AGOA, the European market through Everything But Arms EBA facility, as well as with China through special concessions under the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation (FOCA), but also India through the Indo-Africa Partnership and Japan through Tokyo International Conference on Trade and Development. Tanzania has also ample natural resource endowments in strategic and rare earth minerals, iron and steel, soda ash, gold and other gemstones, oil and gas, helium gas, as well as agribusiness, food processing and packaging, manufacturing, infrastructure development, logistics, real estate, ICT, energy, healthcare, education, tourism, and exploitation of blue economy resources. Distinguished participants, considering the aforementioned opportunities, President Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan has been for investors. It also grants access to international arbitration to the parties to settle disputes either in accordance with Tanzanian laws or International Center for Settlement of Investment Disputes, or within the framework of any bilateral or multilateral agreement on investment protection agreed to by the government of Tanzania and the government of the country from which the investor originates. The fiscal regime has also been reviewed to remove impediments to investment. And on the same note, the government has scaled up efforts in fighting corruption. And in tandem, the President has given a stern warning to government officials who are seemingly not up to speed in facilitating investors. And in that regard, the top leadership of this country, including myself, we stand ready to welcome and listen to any investor who is facing obstacles in government. Under the pillar of rebuilding, the main goal is to grow an economy that will create more employment for the youth and open up more opportunities. And in fulfillment of this, several initiatives have been undertaken in infrastructure, mining, energy, and agriculture sectors. And similarly, efforts are being made to revive tourism industry through various promotional initiatives led by the President's Royal Tour. On the part of resilience, we envisage building buffers to economic shocks. On reconciliation, the aim is to build a cohesive society that enjoys equal rights, be it legal, political, or socio-economic, and correct past mistakes. And for this reason, the current administration to guarantee the rule of law and the safety of local and foreign investment. Furthermore, Tanzania has continued to undertake investments in physical infrastructure, notably power supply, including the Julius Nyerere hydroelectric power project, which is expected to generate 2,115 megawatts upon completion. But we also have the gas-powered Kinyerezi thermal plant, which generates 390 megawatts, as well as the Rusumo hydropower project, which generates about 880 megawatts. Concurrently, the government has expanded the capacity of Dar es Salaam, Tanga, and Mtwara ports, as well as the Kuala dry port, in order to support operations and decongest the Dar es Salaam port. The government has concessioned the operations of the Dar es Salaam port to DP World of the UAE in order to improve port efficiency. And another transformative project is the construction of the standard gauge railway from Dar es Salaam to the lake port of Mwanza via Dodoma, our administrative capital. The standard gauge railway will subsequently be extended westward to Musongati and Gitega in Burundi and Kindu in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. And this will allow for exploitation of lithium and nickel deposits in Burundi, as well as other minerals in that part, and facilitate transport of other cargo to and from the port of Dar es Salaam. The Samia administration has also invested significantly in the education sector, targeting to improve the quality of human capital across board. And some of the interventions have included investment in school infrastructure and abolition of school fees from primary to secondary level in order to improve access to education, as well as putting more emphasis on vocational training. And the government has invested quite significantly in improving health service delivery and access in order to ensure a healthy labor force. Distinguished participants, with the foregoing opening up reforms, I can confidently assure Chinese investors and all other investors in Tanzania that Tanzania is ready for business, and the Samia administration is firmly committed to make Tanzania one of the most attractive investment destinations in our region. I've been told that a delegation of prospective investors did tour the Sino-Tan Industrial Park and Bagamoyo Special Economic Zones as potential areas for establishment of their future projects. Now, these pioneer industrial parks, such as modern Swedi, Habari Industrial Park, and so on, are very much in line with the government's resolve to facilitate and promote the industrial sector as key to economic transformation and faster progress. I am therefore delighted to have been told and witnessed the signing of 5 memoranda of understanding during this forum, but I welcome more. I would like to see the value of trade between China and Tanzania increase from the current average of around $9 billion US dollars to at least 20 billion by 2030. And in terms of FDI, I would love to see it increase from the current 221 million to at least $500 million by in the next 6 years, that is by 2030. I believe it can be done in these 6 years. We only need to hold hands with our Chinese brothers and sisters in order to catch the numerous opportunities ahead of us. Distinguished participants, before I conclude, allow me to bring to your attention 2 other areas of priority for investment in Tanzania. The areas relate to green growth and the blue economy in the context of addressing the climate crisis and economic diversification. And specifically, I would like to entice our Chinese brothers and sisters and other investors to work with us to hasten the transition towards the use of clean cooking technologies and waste it into productive use in order to curb environmental carnage and abandon the use of charcoal and wood for cooking. Another potential area for investment is the exploitation of the blue economy resources in the Indian Ocean as well as the Great Lakes, Lake Victoria, Lake Tanganyika, Nyasa, Rukwa, and others. And the embedded opportunities include fisheries and processing, mining, beach and marine tourism, as well as transportation. I call upon smart investment in developing Tanzania's coastal areas and the highlands so as to benefit from the blue economy with environmental conservation at heart. With these remarks, it is now my singular honor and pleasure to declare the China-Tanzania Investment Forum 2024 officially closed. Sheshe. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
We put our hands together once again, and may I please request the VP to stand in the middle of the stage for 2 items. The first one, thank you, Professor Kumbo, Honorable Minister, for joining us, will be a gift presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, The Secretary of the CPC, please could you come up onto the stage for the first gift? And please also prepare for a photo moment. May I request everyone else to please take a seat and please observe. Mr. Chu Zhongye, the Secretary of the CPC Xinhua Municipal Committee. All right. Thank you very much for honoring the VP. So the Vice President is being told about what the gift is. Thank you. May I welcome chairs? Do we have a gift from the VP as well? Is that a surprise? Yes, we do. Na tuna zawadi yetu na sisi. We also have a gift. Naomba tuzilete jukwani. Na tulete viti pia jukwani sasa kwa ajili ya picha. Okay, here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a special gift. It is a Makonde carving. The Makonde are from the south of Tanzania. And the particular type of wood that is used is mpingo. It is a pure black wood. It is an everlasting type of a wood, and the way it is carved, it represents unity and togetherness. And so, as Tanzania and China celebrate over 60 years of cooperation, of unity, and upamoja, and us coming together, this is a very symbolic gift that we are presenting. In its intricacy, in the way it's detailed, it joins everyone together. Let's put our hands together for these wonderful gifts. And now we're going to set the chairs on at the high table after the picture is taken. Sasa tuweke viti ili tuweze kupiga picha. So we have 4 sets of pictures. Tuna picha 4. We have 4 sets. The first set will invite all our Chinese delegates in 2 groups. We're going to set out the chairs as the high table was set. And so those sitting the front seats, naomba niwakaribishe wakuu. Tuanze na mwenyekiti, karibu Mheshimiwa Silinde, Mheshimiwa Ndombaro, your regional commissioner. Mama Kida, please, tafadhali. Your Excellency, the ambassador, as you were seated. Okay, so we'll begin with the first photo, and we'll do this in for our Chinese delegation. Please come through here, and you will exit to the right.
我们金华代表团的同事们哈，金华代表团，你们赶紧上来，分两组合影。金华代表团。
All right, thank you. Mr. Johnson, please remain. Let's exit right. Group number 2. Na kwa sisi wa hapa nyumbani ni viongozi wa sekta binafsi, taasisi za sekta binafsi, Tanzania Heads of Private Sector Associations, please stand by. Naomba mwanze kujiongea kabisa pembeni kwa wale wa hapa nyumbani, wa hapa nyumbani. Viongozi wa taasisi za sekta binafsi, associations, makampuni, yes. Sasa tutapata nafasi ya kupiga picha na watu wote. Kwa naomba wale wawakilishi ama wajumbe kupitia kwa mfano TPSF tafadhali. All right, thank you. Naomba wale wajumbe wawakilishi picha ya kwanza. PSOs, wawakilishi, private sector organizations. Private sector organizations. Karibuni mbele tafadhali. Naomba tuache vitu hapa. Naomba tusibebe mabegi yetu na mikoba, tutarejea. Tupite kwa nyuma, tujaze nafasi za kulia. Naomba tujiongee tafadhali, twende mwisho. Okay, tutakata picha mbili. Wengine naomba mtasubiri kidogo. Kuna nafasi nyingi sana upande wa Maganga kule. Naomba tuende kule mwisho kabisa. Naomba tusogee karibu na kiti cha mwenyekiti. Tusogelee kiti cha mwenyekiti. hapa, kwa ambao tuko pembeni kabisa, tusogee kwenye kiti hivi. Tutengeneze kama duara. Asante, nashukuru sana. Tushikie upande wa kulia, mikoba tutakuja kuichukua baada ya kutoka. Iko salama hapa. Kundi la pili, naomba tuendelee moja kwa moja mpaka mwisho. Twende moja kwa moja mpaka mwisho kwa Mheshimiwa Ngalula. Tunakwenda mpaka mwisho. And these photos will conclude our very auspicious China-Tanzania forum. Tubane nafasi mwisho kule. Wale warefu naomba tusimame katikati ya mabega ya wenzetu. Wale warefu wenye kimo kidogo tusimame katikati ya mabega ya wenzetu. Naomba tukate hapo. Labda tutapiga ya tatu ya mwisho tu. Itatosha nini? Basi mwisho ni hapo. Tutapiga ya tatu ya mwisho haraka haraka. Mzee wangu naomba usubiri kidogo au tutokea kwenye picha ambao mko pembeni. Tutabasamu. Haki tukio limekuwa jema sana, si ndio? All right, final shots. Picha ya mwisho naomba tutoke. Naomba tutoke. Tumalizie na wachache mliobaki. Tutapata nafasi ya kuonekana vizuri. Kwanza tujipigie makofi mengi sana kwa kujitokeza kwa wingi sana na kwa heshima zote kwenye forum hii wa Tanzania. Naomba nisikie makofi tafadhali. Safi. Na ndio maana tunatoa heshima ya wote tupate angalau picha ya pamoja tuweze kuwa na kumbukumbu. Hizi ni picha muhimu tunavyoendeleza biashara zetu. Tujaze nafasi mpaka mwisho. Hii nadhani itatutosha sisi wote. Twende mpaka mwisho, wengine pita pembeni, pita kwa nyuma. Wale wenye kimo kifupi kama mimi naomba kae maeneo ya mbele mbele ya viti. Wale warefu naomba mwaruhusu wenzenu wafupi kidogo msimame katikati ya mabega yao. All right, safi. Imetosha. So today, asante. I've been requested for women entrepreneurs from China. Women entrepreneurs from China. A very specific picture for you. Molly, please come. Women entrepreneurs from China. Please come. Very special picture for you. Women entrepreneurs and business women from China.
Okay. 卡里布里那个还有中文的翻译，相关中文的翻译，中文、萨西里语、英语的翻译都可以过来合影。学妹，女生翻译，女生的翻译可以上来合影。子怡。
Wakuu wa taasisi za serikali naomba mjiongee tafadhali. Wakuu wa taasisi za serikali tafadhali naomba msimame na mje ili tuweze kuruhusu mkuu wetu aweze kuendelea na ujenzi wa taifa hili na pia delegation yetu wanaelekea airport sasa. Wakuu wa taasisi naomba niwaone hapa pembeni tafadhali, hata kwa uchache wenu, naomba tafadhali. Gillian, sijakuona ukiingia kwenye picha hizi, naomba uingie na wewe sasa, tumalize picha hizi. Wakuu wa taasisi za serikali, left and right. All right, that's a very special picture of women in business, or business women from China. And the final picture is all right. Karibuni wakuu wa taasisi za serikali tafadhali. Karibuni kwenye picha. All right, let's go to our proper seats, please. All right, congratulations everyone. Hongereni sana. We've come to a successful conclusion. Tumemaliza salama na kwa mafanikio. Tuendelee kufanya bidii kubwa ya kushirikiana pamoja na wenzetu kibiashara, ama ni binafsi ama kwa taasisi zetu, makampuni yetu. Fursa tumezisikia, serikali yetu ni sikivu, saidizi. Hongera wote ambao tumeandaa kikao hiki. Na sasa nakaribisha meza kuu kusimama. May I please request the high table to rise? Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. We are saying kazi iendelee. Please rise. Naomba tusimame tafadhali. Naomba tusimame kwa heshima ya makamu wa rais na viongozi ambao sasa watakuwa wanatuaga na sisi kuelekea katika majadiliano zaidi na pia chakula cha mchana.